All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shot is blessing your day. By His mercies, you weren't consumed. We're live in the Most High in your house shot's body, and two, we're naturally live. And I kind of want to get into this because I was reading Matthew 15 the other day. I was looking through Matthew real quick, and like it was Sunday, man. But but again, man, by His mercies, you weren't consumed, man. Like honestly, and two, man. I'm trying to get better at it too. Like this aspect because I remember shout out to brother sent me first one too. Just looking whatever type of it is, but just listening to more like praise music too. I mean, still like to listen to second music. I mean, but like but if that's kind of overruling that, me personally, just I had to examine that because that's why Proverbs 26 says examine like you're supposed to acknowledge the Most High in your house shall all your ways. Look at them throughout all your life too. So I mean, because like when he said that in the class I was watching back like a few months ago actually, I kind of cut me a bit. I was like, dang, I do gotta what you call 'em, like do that as well, man. Kind of mix it up a little bit, man. Like this, because honestly, man, because if you that honestly, because listen, let's get this in Sirach 43 real quick, man, because there's nothing wrong. Say if you listen to praise music all the time, and that's good, and that's great. So, but say if you do mix it up a lot of times, there's nothing really wrong with that. Like that doesn't make you wicked or evil, as well. But but somebody that does do that, they kind of own they're on the right track though. Like they're on that's a good thing because they're doing what this says. And not saying that because me, I'll be talking about me somebody that doesn't do that mixes it up, isn't in a bad type of and no matter what it is, even if whatever what praise music it is, but but yeah, man. Because let's get this Ecclesiastes chapter 43 verse 30. He says, "When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for he will." For yet even he will he far exceed exactly when he exalts him, put for all your strength, yeah, all your faith, all what you got. Kind of somebody else to give him the best we got. Be not weary, for you can never go far enough. So see, all the praises. That's why the Most High in your house shall it's a commandment, and but they don't even need our praise and esteem like that, man, because they're so like. What the house shall say? I'm not which come I'm not. I don't seek honor from men, man. Honestly, but no, of course they need to. We praise the reverence. I mean, we were born and made to reverence and praise them. That's why Revelation 4 it says those that those angels, those elders around throne praise them day and night, man. That's how it is. That's how we need to be. That's how it is. Honestly, even praise within our life, man. More than just that, man. But honestly, too, but that's not even enough, man. Because you can never be enough, man. Honestly, man. So. But that's just part of giving him our best, man. But yeah, I just want to say that real quick because I was just listening to that real quick because I kind of was like, what? How am I going to start my day off, my morning off, man? Like how, I kind of gotta switch it up a little bit too, and not just wait till certain days to do it. Just no, man. Just really, honestly, man. So that's just me, honestly. Now you don't have to listen to that all the time. There's nothing wrong to listen to secular music, but I'm just saying. But that being said, though, I was thinking about we were reading Matthew 15, but I kind of stumbled upon other things when I was going through the Word in Matthew. But I was just thinking about this too. This how the gospel, the witness, the testimony is so important, man. Because you gotta just like we said, acknowledge the Most High in your house, shot in all our ways in our lives. Honestly, we have to shout out to Brother Akawar for saying this perfectly a while back, man. He said, look at the word through the Most High House's perspective, man. Honestly, throughout the whole book, because he says, "I come in the volume book is written of me." Job, my witnesses on my testimonies in heaven and in earth, or my testimonies in heaven. I think it says in earth on that. I'm not sure, but my testimonies in heaven, my testimonies in high, I believe, or like John, he said, "But Lord, I come in the volume of the book. It's the search of scriptures because they are written of me." Or like Hebrews says the same thing. He comes in the volume of the book. All places saying this is all the whole book is about the Most High house. It's about them, man. Do we as his people play a big role? Israel play a big role, yeah. But we're a huge character in this movie, in this I should say in this story, but in this realm, honestly, because that's what this is, the Most High House movie. But I say that to say too, that's a misconception because that's another video for another day when I say that as well, because yeah, that's another video for another day. We're gonna kind of get into it, but yeah, but honestly, it's about them, honestly. So because you gotta look at it through their perspective, man, and that's what the testimony, the witness, and the gospel is, man, and New Covenant is about, man. But honestly, man, yeah, let's grab this let's grab this Ooh, that's right there, too. I gotta write that down. But let's grab this in Judges real quick, because we're gonna see an example of this, man. Because this is with Samson and Delilah, man. This is where when she wanted to know. Let's grab this real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 16, verse 6, and actually let me write that down for I forget. All right, yeah. Anyway, this is good to get into it, yeah, because I am I It says in verse Judges chapter 16, verse 6. It says, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, where thy great strength lieth, and where thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. So see, it's really going to his strength came from the Most High Yahushua, man. And notice how she kind of kept asking him that. But, he eventually did tell her. Because, and two, a lot of people talking about Samson, this and that. Because, listen, that's where that James 5 and 17 kicks in. Like, these were regular men at the end of the day, too. Because that's just like, Aaron, Moses and Aaron, like, well, I should say, like, Aaron, like, constantly they kept going to our people, our ancestors, our forefathers kept going to him to build the calf or constantly, and he gave in. Because, listen, imagine 1,000 of Jakes in the wilderness constantly, like, of course, at the end of the day, there's no excuse, but, that's just, that's just is what it is, man. But, because your faith, obedience ultimately has to go to the Most High Yahshua. But still, imagine about a bunch of people coming up to you, that, like, to Moses and Aaron, like, saying, oh, man, where's Moses? Where's Moses? And there's man constantly complaining. And eventually he gave in. It's like, so, and not to, but see, that's why by his mercy he's going to consume. That's why even you could go back in the law saying by grace you're saved, because by that everybody was supposed to die. But that was only the Exodus 32, the mercy of the Most High Yahshua. But anyway, imagine that they're constantly coming unto you. Shoot, even Moses, he got burnt out, man. So like that's where these were regular people at the end of the day too, as well. As righteous as these people were, these were still regular people, like you and I, man. Honestly, so yeah, so. But this is where you get kind of going, where that Micah comes in, like, don't tell your wife or your bosom everything, or the woman, yeah, so that's where that kicks in too. But yeah, Judges 6, chapter 16, verse 6, it says, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy strength lieth, and where thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. So see, this was the same. This is what this is the same thing the Pharisees asked Yahushua, man. So, but Yahushua didn't tell them, man. So, it's the same type of deal, man. That's why this is an example of like the witness testimony, man. Looking at it through the Mosai, like the brother Akawar said, and brothers like Kwame Call, Shalimah, brother Elijah, brother Akawar, brother Assembly's firstborn, man. Brothers like that, that they focus on this stuff, so our faith can be strengthened, man. So that, and other brothers as well that preach the gospel, witness testimony, and covenant, all that stuff, man. But yeah, man, because that's what it is. What it is. So let's grab Matthew chapter 21 real quick, man, because that's what it's about. But Matthew chapter 21 and verse 27. It says, and they answered Yahushua and said, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, neither tell you I by what authority I do these things. The same thing that Delilah was asking Samson, where you get the power to do these things. Like notice Yahushua didn't tell him on the offset. It says Judges chapter 16 verse 6. It says, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. So see, yeah, man. And also too, this just goes into don't tell anybody everything, because he did tell you the Pharisees stuff like that, but they just didn't believe where his strength came from, or he just showed them, or like he just did, like really honestly, man. Many people didn't believe, honestly. Many of our people didn't believe, even to this day, man. Because he was pretty much Yahushua was really here to what he came to do was to save us. One, for him to fulfill the word, fulfill the Father's work, fulfill the book. Two, for his holy namesake, for the Most High Yahshua for there in the holy namesake, and two, to save us from sin and death, and also to kill sin and death, then to save us from sin and death, and to show us that our biggest enemy is ourselves, and also too, to teach us the Most High manifested in the flesh. That's just who he is. He was the living embodiment of him, man. So, But it says, and they answered and said, answered Yahushua and said, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, neither I tell you by what authority I do these things. So see, yeah, like Delilah Delilah wanted to know where Samson's church came from. That's where and Isaiah 26:4, that is. But trust in the Lord's everlasting strength. But also too, that's Yahushua didn't tell him. But let's grab this Luke chapter 20 and verse 8. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. Yeah, because all authority and power is given to him. So, yeah, man. So that's what it is. That's the example of looking at that thing through the Most High Yahushua's perspective, what gospel, witness, and testimony, man. So, that's all this stuff is, so our faith can get increased in our God, man, in the Most High Yahushua, man. So, yeah, honestly, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. Yeah, man, and I'm probably gonna do it. Shout out to Brother Sammy Firstborn too, because even though, like, I'm gonna talk about this another time, because even though, like, I always say the scriptures are like that movie, and this is a recurring theme, that motif, that TV show, that it's like that, but it's that the same, like in the movie, TV show, or like video game, say recurring theme, the same motif, but different characters, but the same spirit, whether righteously or wickedly. That's like, because a lot of times biblical movies just do this too. We're going to talk about this in another video, Lord willing. It's not really like, that's not the word. These words are words of salvation. This word is a word of salvation, man, to seek, to save your soul, honestly, and to, written by, like, the everlasting God. But, so, like, if you're spiritual enough, like, a lot of times, too, I can see, the character development and stuff like that in it, like, for Peter, per se, but it really doesn't go into, like, because most of that stuff is not really relevant, like, the personality of these people. Like, now sometimes we can read between lines and what's written off of that, but it doesn't go into everyday life, honestly, because a lot of times, like, biblical content, biblical movies, and that's why, like, people get confused, like, because this is really not for entertainment, honestly. That's why biblical movies have, like, some, like, have struggled, like, honestly, or it's not as like, on point like that. They had to add stuff to it, because that's why people get confused, like, oh, why they add this? The word didn't say this, but, like, they had to make a good movie at the end of the day. And also too, that's just like, the word that's not, like, because it was really about their faith in the Most High Yahushua, like, these people, like, it wasn't about, like, the individual so much, per se, like their personality, daily life, honestly. But sometimes we can read between a lot. Now, sometimes if you're spiritually enough, you can discern that, like, you can go into that type of stuff. But it really wasn't, like, you can be entertained by it, because I am entertained by this, like, just because it's knowledge and wisdom, understanding. But that's really not that's really not it. So that's why when that's another video for another day. But because I wanted to clarify that, though, say it's like a movie, TV show, or something like that, but it's really not, because it's not really for, like, entertainment, per se. That's why I like, and that's why I probably really like my pop told me before I came into the word. I mean, well, yeah, before I came to word, and just growing up, man, like, he always said, this stuck with me my whole life, even to this day. It's gonna stick with me, Lord willing. Like, because that's what I noticed in this new generation, even this current world now, like, people, especially in the western side of the world, like, people want to be entertained all the time, man. And my pop used to tell me, even to this day, son, you don't have to be entertained all the time. I was like, dang, now, like, that's old Scarface song. It's like, now I feel you, now I understand that, man, because it's like, you don't have to be entertained. And that's why a big reason why people don't, like, want to serve the Most High Yahushua, like, they don't, like, they don't feel, I remember watching an old clip of, I remember watching a video with the Brother Chronicles Judah. He was going into, like, the church of our people, like, problem, like, the church problem of the so-called black church, man. And the clip, it was a young sister, but I know what she mean now, because it's like, but I know what he means, I know what she means, man, because she was, like, saying, oh, I like going to church, it's fun, and things of that nature. And the Brother Chronicles Judah's like, listen, the church, or, like, when you, like, don't learn about the word and stuff like that, it's not really supposed to be fun. Well, it can be fun, because honestly, that's where that, like, when you willingly want to serve him, it is, you get enjoyment out of it, but it's not to be, like, and I know what he said, though, it's not really an aspect to be entertained. That's why a lot of people don't, like, want to take things seriously, and, like, don't, even Proverbs says that, listen, watch people, like, during, like, when it's serious conversations, they're quiet, but there's when there's gossip and like, that Wendy Williams stuff, that, that Ricky Lake stuff, or, like, Instagram, the social media drama, like the shade room, the gossip, all the stuff, they they got all this to say or this stuff of nonsense and folly, but it says and it goes into kind of watch people like that. So, yeah, man. So I just wanted to bring that out, man. So we kind of wanted to talk about that. So hopefully it's edifying. So peace.